Welcome back, guys. Gvids here. We're in our local city today, and we're just going for some minjos. So I throw my cage out in front of me here. I'm not really expecting a whole lot from that. Normally you just leave it out there for overnight and then come back the next day. I really don't feel like doing that. So I just throw it out there. If something goes in there, great. It's got some bread or some hot dog buns in there. And we're just going to cast out with a tiny, tiny itty bitty hook and a little itty bitty piece of worm. And we're just going to hook in some minnows and we're going to go from there, guys. So this is Pottersburg Creek in my local area. For those that are around me, those you'll know definitely about this creek. And if not, definitely look it up on Google if you were looking for some minjos. Now, I am just out of Kiwanis Park here. There's a nice little parking lot. You can come across the street and hit up the creek there. There's lots of spots. Just if you see my cage or a cage, please be respectful and just leave it there for me. I do see other people's cages here the odd time, and I always leave them alone. Therefore, they can come on back here and grab their minnows as they please without anyone stealing them from them or stealing the actual cage. So be respectful if you do bump into someone's cage out here. But I'm not going to leave mine overnight tonight, anyways. We're just gonna catch them by hook here. This is what we're grabbing, some little creek chub. There is a ton of them in this creek here. Like I mentioned, it is called Pottersburg Creek. It actually swells out to be pretty big in some spots, especially after a rain or a heavy flood. This definitely does build up, but it is a pretty good little moving creek. This is a nice stilled spot here, a nice little deep end kind of thing, quite clear water. We're just using a tiny, tiny piece of worm. And we're just going to launch it out there and bring in these little guys here. Like I mentioned, I do have my cage out there, but I don't think I'm going to get much, obviously, with me standing here in front of it, spooking all the fish from it and catching them by hook. It's just as easy, anyways. Normally, I would leave it here overnight and then just come on back. Ooh, damn, I snagged this guy. Sorry, little fella. You're going to be bait, anyways. But he does not die on me since I like the live bait. But if these guys do die on me, I usually just salt them up, throw them in the freezer, and I use them for catfish bait later on as I go for those. But I do want to do some river fishing within my city here, and I really do like using minnows for that. I do find it works best for my little river here. Um, you can get all different types of fish from bass to pike, catfish, a whole bunch of range of fish, all from the live minnow. So we're going to grab a few of those and then go out within the next couple of days. Um, so hopefully I'll bring you along when I go back out with these things and see if we can actually catch any bigger fish with them, of course. But for now, yeah, just little creek chubs. There is some sucker minnows in here as well. Normally I do get those. If I leave the cage out overnight, you'll probably get a few of those along with a bunch of creek chub. There is some bluegills in here as well. But mostly we're going to be going for the creek chub, and that's pretty much what the majority of the fish in this creek are. Great for kids too, if you do have some kitties with you and you just want to catch some small fish with them, tons of action, nonstop. You can throw a little itty bitty bobber on these things, and great little lessons for the fish or for the kitties, I mean. Show them how to bring in the fish, how to unhook them, how to hook the worms, and all that. But most of the spots around here are pretty bushed around. I did have to do a little bushwhacking to get through here. That's all right. Let's just get a few more here, and then we'll call her quits for the day. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed my little getting away here. I figured I'd bring you with my minnows. If you guys are in my local area, you can figure out where the spot is generally, or at least this creek, which is Pottersburg Creek. It does lead into the Thames River. Um, it does kind of run through most of the south end of the city here. It does go out towards Industrial Road as well. So if you want to get away from the people, since this is kind of a park, you can make your way down that and that end of it as well. But this is my go-to spot for them here. It's pretty easy to get to. Nice little parking spot across the street, and tons of minnows to grab. Like I was mentioning, normally I do leave my cage overnight. That way you can get a whole bunch of them without actually spending any time here if you want. But I do live about 10 minutes away from here, so you got to come back and forth. So I'm probably not going to do that today. I'm just going to catch a few fish, and if I get anything in my cage, then I'll pop that in the bucket as well. But there's tons of little guys in here. Perfect little bait fish. You can probably use a dip net in here as well. Might be pretty beneficial because you do see a lot of big schools swimming by you here and there. But I'm just going to catch them one by one. I got about 12 by the end of my go-to here, and I was only there for about 15, 20 minutes or so. Yep, of course. If there's a tree, I'm going to catch it always. But yeah, guys, if you want to make it over here, just Google Pottersburg Creek and make your way on over here and catch yourselves a whole bunch of little fishies. If you leave your cage overnight, there is actual a field behind us. You can go way back and hide it, and you're still going to get a ton of minnows, absolutely for sure. But just be respectful, guys. If you bump into someone's cage, just leave it there. Leave the minnows alone. Leave the cage alone. You can put your cage beside them if you want to. No big deal. But just leave their stuff alone. As I do, I have seen other cages here. There's some more of a circle style cage. Mine's kind of like an egg shape style, I guess you kind of call it. But yeah, I had definitely have bumped into other people's cages along this creek, and I just leave them alone. I am very respectful of people's property and just their fishing in general. So this is their way of getting their little fishies. So just leave it be. I can come here and grab my own. There's no need for stealing other people's stuff. But just keep that in mind, guys. Otherwise, enjoy. Come on over here to Petersburg Crook or Pottersburg Creek. Grab yourselves a whole bunch of minjoes. You'll be bringing them down to the river to the lakes. Just make sure you don't take them out of the BMZ, which is the bait management zones. You want to keep all your bait within those zones. Ours is 16, 17, and 18. Those are the zones you want to keep the bait in. That's a hook there. I don't even know if you can see it. It's so damn small. But yeah, guys, I think it's a 12 size hook. I don't even know. I can't remember, but it is awfully small. Just time to put a little itty bitty piece of worm on there. You can use corn as well, but I find worm is probably the best way. But yeah, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm going to get a few more of these for tomorrow's fishing. If we get something tomorrow, I'll definitely bring you along. Otherwise, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you do share, like, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one.